Good evening, I'm Mika Miyashima.
And I'm Rick Kwan. One of the men arrested in connection to the murder of a 73-year-old man in an East Oahu gated community is free tonight.
The other remains behind bars in California. 34-year-old Scott Hannon was released this afternoon from the Los Angeles Police Department Detention Center on an insufficient complaint. He was arrested yesterday near the intersection of Manchester Boulevard and South Oak Street in Inglewood.
Meantime, 23-year-old Juan Barron is still in custody. LAPD and U.S. Marshals arrested him in Anaheim after he was found hiding in a crawl space on a Greyhound bus headed for Mexico. There's no word on when he's scheduled to be extradited, but Honolulu police say the process could take up to a week.
And we've been following what Honolulu police are calling a heinous crime. Investigators found the body of what they believe was the owner of the Hawaii Loa Ridge home, covered in cement and coffee in his bathtub.
Both Hannon and Barron were captured Monday morning on surveillance video leaving the Waikiki Grand Hotel. You can see them walking hand in hand there. That's a day before police found the body and just hours after police did a welfare check at the house. The LA Police Department reports both were living in the Hawaii Loa Ridge home and using the victim's money.
The LAPD also reports that neighbors complained about a decaying smell coming from the home. We're still waiting for official word on the ID of the body found in the Hawaii Loa Ridge home, but HPD has said it believes that the victim was the owner of that house, and property records list the owner as Gary Ruby. Police say Ruby had a romantic relationship with Barron.
Tonight, people are remembering Ruby for the man he was. KITV4's Cynthia Yip spoke to some who knew him. Cynthia.
That's right, Rick. KITV today spoke with the real estate agent who helped Ruby buy the Hawaii Loa Ridge home and its former owner. Both had only kind words to say about Ruby. Now, a crime scene realtor Lori Woodley fondly remembers helping Gary Ruby find this home on Hawaii Loa Ridge in February 2020, a home he called his forever home.
He seemed the guy that worked very hard all his life, being frugal in a way to afford the home that he wanted to be his forever home. He even tells somebody, I think maybe the listing agent at the time, that this will be my forever home.
Keith Mangum is a former homeowner of this Hawaii Loa Ridge home. He sold his home to Gary Ruby and says he is devastated and that memories of his former home are ruined forever.
I know exactly where he was. I know exactly where he was found. So I think that's probably even more of the shocking part about it is that you know everything because you did live there.
Mangum and Woodley say even though most of their relationship with Gary Ruby was professional, he became more than that, someone who they call a true friend.
Truly heartbroken. It's a news that I don't think nobody would like to hear knowing him. I think everybody that he will talk to that either had a professional relationship with him will say, no way.
What they did was wrong. Okay, what they did was brutal. What they did was unhuman. And Gary is not the kind of person who should have had that happen to him.
Now, both say they hope whoever is responsible for the killing of their friend receives the appropriate punishment for his death. Cynthia Yip, KITV4, Island News.
Thank you, Cynthia. We have continuing coverage on the Hawaii Loa Ridge murder on air, online, and across all social media. You can also download our free KITV4 News app for breaking news updates straight to your mobile device.